What's up YouTube, Tenton here, and today I will be ranking the 5 DLC packs that make up the first Fighter's Pass for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. A few rules to get out of the way before we begin. 1. The criteria I will be judging are the fighters themselves, the stages, the music, the spirits and the fights that come with them, and lastly, how much I enjoy playing each character. Second rule, no Mii Fighter costumes, since you can buy them separately. Lastly, this is all my opinion, so feel free to disagree in the comments below. With all that being said, let's get into this. Well, here comes the controversy. Despite my love for the Fire Emblem franchise, Byleth was the last thing I wanted in Smash. Fire Emblem already had 7 fighters, and the inclusion of yet another Fire Emblem character just felt like overkill. Naturally, when Byleth came a-knockin', I was disappointed. Byleth was the last one. Of all characters they could have chosen. The announcement of the other 6 fighters definitely made up for it, but the damage was already done. Now that being said, Byleth is still fun to play, and I most certainly enjoy them. But if I'm being honest, Byleth is easily the most underwhelming of the 5. No crazy gimmick, no insanely OP move, and Byleth was the only first-party character of the pass. Byleth just felt kind of meh, honestly. The stage was alright, but it's nothing special, and other stages pull off its mechanics better. Bridge of Eldin is a better walk-up stage, the King of Fighters Stadium took the cameo thing to a whole nother level, and the Dragon Quest stage gives a much better tour of that character's world. The spirit fights were okay, and the spirits themselves were nice to have. Any chance for me to gush over Hilda is a chance I will gladly take, but again, nothing really outstanding here. Overall, Byleth was underwhelming and kind of a missed opportunity to add a more interesting character. Now, if you like Byleth, that's cool, but for me, they are the worst of the 5. Their fire just couldn't burn bright enough, it would seem. Well, on the bright side, at least the music was freaking clean. The competition was brutal. Before I start, I just want to say, deciding between these 4 was near impossible for me. I love all 4 of them and honestly went back and forth on how to rank them for a while. But some aspects of the DLC were too glaring to ignore. Hero's biggest issue is his music. He has the least of the 5, and he has arguably the worst of the bunch. This is coming from a guy who put 120 hours into Dragon Quest XI. I'm super biased, but even I can tell that Hero's music is very lacking. I'll never understand the Dragon Quest director's marketing strategy of selling the game with crappy music and then selling the higher quality stuff on a disc. Regardless, Hero is fun to play, and I adore that down B. It allows me to be destructive in so many ways. Magic Burst, Kamikaze, healing, instant kills, BS projectiles, sleeping spells, and Hocus Pocus's utter randomness. It's a basket full of death, and I just pre-ordered their entire stock. Hero is a bit simplistic to play, excluding his down B, but hey, he's still fun either way. The spirit fights were fun, and considerably better compared to Byleth's, at least in my opinion. Lastly, there's the stage. Yggdrasil's altar is everything Byleth wishes his stage was. You can see the whole Dragon Quest XI world, from Veronica and Serena's home to the World Tree. Almost all of the game's most memorable locations are present. Add in the slimes, metal slimes, and liquid metal slimes, and you've got yourself a recipe for success. This DLC pack needed a hero, and I'd say we most certainly got one. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The other hero skins are sick. Seriously, this is how you do alternate skins. You know, maybe if you had more Futapa, you'd have a better chance of being number 1. Alright, I'll try to be brief and give you guys some relief from hearing me have to drone on about this thief. So you'd best not give me any grief. Jokes aside, it's no secret that I love Persona 5. It was my game of the year last year after all. Naturally, I love the fact he's in Smash. The stage is everything I could have dreamed of. Having other Phantom Thief cameos only made Mementos even better. The spirit fights are easily the best of the 5. I mean, anything that features Futapa is perfect by default, but still. The music claps. I mean, it's Persona music, so that should be a given. Joker himself is where the issues really start to show, however. I like playing him, but he doesn't mesh with me as well as the others do, and as well as he did in his original game. He's still fun, but the next two entries simply do more for me on a gameplay level. Arson and the damage dealing potential he brings is not lost on me, but at the end of the day, this thief already stole my heart. But the number 1 slot was just out of reach. But hey, Futapa's in Smash now, and can't we all just be happy about that? So I guess I have to be the bearer of bad news. Sorry, Banjo fans, but he barely missed the top slot. But on the bright side, this DLC pack is anything but bare bones. Okay, yeah, that pun was terrible. I won't make you bear anymore.
Boo! You stink!
Banjo is a blast to play. The side B is my drug of choice, and with 15 pops a match, how can you go wrong? The rest of his moveset flows together extraordinarily well. So well that I honestly have a hard time putting the character down. He is my favorite to play out of the 5, and he meshes so well with my playstyle. Banjo requires just enough skill, and he has just enough BS to get me wins I really don't deserve. A perfect combination in my eyes. His stage is great, from the cameos to the spinning gimmick, I love it all. The spirit battles are fun enough, and they have that rare charm that just flows through the whole pack. The music, as Sakurai himself said, does feel a bit off in Smash, but hey, I'm not complaining. Good music is good music, and this DLC pack surely has it. Banjo holds a lot of significance for me because of what his inclusion means for this community. We asked for him for almost 20 years, and he got in because of the community's passion for him as a character. Sakurai and Nintendo put their faith in Banjo because we put our faith in him. That says something, and his inclusion means so much for so many people. I just couldn't put him any lower. Well, now that the bear has had his due, it's time for number 1. Not that it should be a surprise to anyone at this point. You know, I have to say, I'm very okay with how all this turned out.
Hey, come on!
Some victories are hard fought, and others are pretty clear cut. Terry, out of all the DLC characters, just easily had the most to offer. His stage introduces a wonderful new mechanic. People have been making custom stages with walls for years, and now we finally have a stage that just has them by default. His stage also acts as the perfect stage for new players, since their biggest problem is generally recovering. The cameos in the back are also a great touch, and they give the stage some extra flair. The Spirit Fights is easily the pack's weakest area, but it's certainly passable. I mean, I might not know much about them, but the old school background is cool, and they were at least fun to fight. With that being said though, now that we have the side dishes out of the way, it's time for the main course. Terry's pack has more music than the other 4 DLC packs combined. It's insane how much love SNK got in their music department. And I thought Castlevania was the privileged one. Now, are all the songs hits? Well, no, but hey, $5 for 50 songs is great. Plus you get a free DLC character with it too. Last but not least is Terry himself. Terry is not my favorite character to play. However, he is a close second. Terry is a fighting game character through and through. His moves are flashy, he can combo you to death like a madman, and he is super satisfying to master. Characters with complicated inputs in Smash are usually not my cup of tea. I like Ryu and Ken, but I never play them much because they just don't feel right when I play them. Terry, on the other hand, meshes well with me, and I feel like I'm in full control when I play him. Doing combos with him is a blast, and when a character's worst move is Jab 3, you know you've created something truly special. This wolf rightfully busted his way right into the number 1 slot. And with that, the list is done. If you like this video, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Tenton. Peace.